Hello everyone, it's good to be back with a brand new episode. It's been a while, but as always, I'm excited to be coming back, bringing some content, some learning and some encouragement for us all. I have missed you, and so I'm just grateful for this opportunity to be able to just interact and record something that hopefully will benefit all of us. So today, I'm going to be talking about a topic I've entitled soul balance. Soul balance. And this has come about because of, as always, it's things that I'm going through, my learning that I share with you. And so I want us to talk about soul balance. But for us to talk about soul balance, we need to talk about what is the soul? So by the end of this episode, by the end of this recording, we will have talked about what is the soul and why is it important for us to have balance in our souls, to have soul balance, and a little bit of how we can go about achieving soul balance or having some balance on the inside of us. This is a huge topic, but I have tried to bring it down as much as possible, just to a digestible amount of information. And as always, I encourage you to go out there, do a bit more research, a bit more reading, and see what else you can find out about the topics that I'll be talking about. So, what is the soul? The soul is the seat of your deepest emotions. That's how I would describe it. Our soul is what gives us personality, and it's through our soul that we live out our relationships with each other, our relationship with other people, and our relationship with ourselves. And if you're a Christian like me, it's through we live our relationship with God. Our soul basically has three components: the mind, the will, and the emotions. Those are the components that make up the soul. Our mind has a conscious part and a subconscious part. And the conscious mind is where we do our thinking and our reasoning. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, is where we hold our deepest beliefs and our attitudes. It's almost like your backup drive of everything that you're processing every day. It's also where we have our feelings, our emotions, and retain our memories. And then our will is what gives us the ability to make choices. And so the mind and the body communicate constantly. What the mind thinks, perceives, and experiences is sent from our brain to the rest of the body. The mind digests ideas and produces intelligence, wisdom, and character out of the experiences that we have. But even though we talk about the soul having three parts, these parts that make up the soul, they're not contained in three separate compartments. You see, everything in us is connected. No parts of our lives stand alone or exist in separate boxes. There are no walls on the inside of us dividing us into sections. One part of us affects all the other parts. It's like the parts of our lives are connected by rubber bands. I just want you to imagine that everything is connected by a rubber band. And so when there's tension in any part of our lives, we feel it and we sense it all over, because that tension, it causes tension to happen in the other parts of our lives, and everything is affected and everything starts to react or respond when our soul is unhealthy, when our soul is unwell. So soul care, for it to be effective, self-care is necessary. So for us to be able to soul care, we need to be able to self-care. And I know that there's a lot of material out there about self-care, so I'm not going to go into that today, but it's very, very important for us to understand that self-care, soul care is part of self-care. And so let me ask you some questions right here. How is your soul these days? Are you caring for your soul? Would you say you have a healthy soul? We hear a lot these days about being in physical shape, or by, exercising, eating right, and getting plenty of sleep and drinking lots of water. But what about being in soul shape? How important is it? Well, I can tell you it's equally important. Just as important as all the other things that I've just mentioned. We know the value of being in physical shape. It reduces heart attacks. I'm a healthcare professional, so I can tell you that. Prevents and helps control diabetes, helps to maintain muscle mass, helps to keep our blood pressure regulated, and so on and so forth. But what about being in soul shape? How does that look, and what value does does being in soul shape bring into our lives? Just as you can tell if somebody is in physical shape by looking at them. If someone's working out, they start to develop a six pack, they start to develop muscle, they start to look quite, scrumptious. You can also tell if somebody is in soul shape by listening to them. So, if your physical shape is good, we can see you don't look stressed, your skin is good, you're not breaking out. And so if somebody is in good soul shape, you can tell by listening to them. What are they speaking? What are they confessing? What are they declaring? We all want to be healthier versions of ourselves and improve our overall well-being. Most of the time, we tend to concentrate only on the body, focusing on our physical health. And like I've said, while this is important, it's not the only component of well-being we should be improving. To achieve lasting health, we need to understand the importance of the body, the mind, and soul, and how they work together to build our overall well-being. A healthy body keeps you well and active. A healthy mind keeps you focused and engaged. A healthy soul keeps you fulfilled and content. And so care is the intentional practice of giving attention, giving grace, love, and fosters resilience to your soul. Soul care is the intentional practice of integrating all aspects of the human being, if that makes sense. Soul care is about seeing all of life as connected. For example, understand that having money or the lack of it affects our soul. Believe it or not, our medical condition affects our soul. And our healthy or unhealthy relationships affect our soul. Therefore, if I'm not doing well in my marriage, then I won't do well in my soul. If I'm not doing well in my finances, then that's going to affect my soul. If I'm feeling unwell in my body, then I'm not doing well. If things are going poorly at work, then I'm not doing well. Seeing ourselves as a whole, integrated being, is where caring for your soul begins. It's a delicate balance, you see. If our physical health is sound, but our mental or spiritual well-being is not, our physical health will eventually be impacted by the effects of reduced motivation, low morale, decreased satisfaction, and lack of purpose. Likewise, poor physical health affects our personal satisfaction, contentment, and it affects your mental state. That's why they say when you're stressed, when you're overworked, it's good to exercise, right? This is why it's vital to understand the importance of mind, body, and soul, and identify ways to improve and maintain health and well-being in each of these areas. When your temperament and emotions are all over the place, guess what? You are a risk to even yourself. Because anything and anyone can set you off or upset you. You are literally a slave to other people's opinions of you and a slave to your circumstances or your environment. Frankly, you have not much control over you. You are unstable. So if you are not in control, then who is? Right? Think about it. The truth is that no matter what life brings, if you are going to grow your capacity, you must get good at balancing your responses to the ups and downs as they come along. Ask yourself, how consistent am I? Do I swing from awesome highs to deep lows in my life, in my relationships, in my thought life, in my emotions? If you have extreme fluctuations in the way you behave and respond, you won't be able to develop the emotional capacity to keep going through the challenges or adversities when they actually come, and they will come. Take care of your soul, folks. Take care of your soul. Build balanced and consistent habits that nurture your spiritual, your physical, and your mental health. Living with emotional balance will bring stability to your life and to your behavior. So, rather than looking for excuses for unhelpful behavior, look for remedies and answers. You see, I've discovered that artists who tour, they go on tour for months and months and months, on stage night after night. And then they return to the routines and realities of normal life. They can actually have a difficult time reconciling the two, often falling into deep depression. They are unable to function in a balanced and healthy way at home. Or someone who faces a continuous sequence of setbacks or blows, or tragedies, they can struggle to stay on top mentally and to stay on top emotionally. An important starting point in soul care is growing in awareness of what the soul is. Otherwise, we will not care for that which we do not understand. More understanding of the soul will cultivate the ground of motivation to start caring for the soul. Caring for the soul is not something that you add to our already crowded lives. The way we begin, folks, is not addition. So I'm not asking you to do something more or to add something to your already busy schedule. We actually need to learn to take away things from our lives that are draining us, robbing us, and holding us captive. Too much time on this, too much time on that, and too little rest. That sounds like the story of my life at the moment. Soul care begins with this one aim. I must create space for my soul to thrive. Creating space means giving attention, time, and care to see myself as a whole and to live as a whole human being, not just a human doing. Soul care is the intentional choice I make each day to live with my soul in mind. So I'm giving priority to my soul. Soul care is a daily practice of waking up, giving attention, and becoming intentional to live different and to be different. To live well, to lead well, to love well are all important ingredients in soul care. Most people wrongly assume that they have to do more, do it better, and keep getting caught up in the list of to-dos. But actually, I've discovered that soul care should begin with asking, what can you free yourself from to create space for your soul? This is the key question of learning to care for your soul. Less is more. Think about What can I subtract from my life in order to be more intentional about the care of my soul? Here are a few additional ways to nurture your soul so that you can live balanced every day and truly thrive. Number one, take care of your body. I know we're talking about soul care, but remember I said we don't have compartmentalized parts of who we are. We're one whole being. So take care of your body. You are spirit and soul temporarily housed in a physical body. Don't forget that. It is your job to take care of your body until you leave it. The most important aspect of caring for your body is having healthy beliefs about what is possible physically, especially as you move through time, through your age. Be sure to move your body every day in a way that supports health. Eat whole, natural foods, including lots of vegetables, fruits, nuts, legumes. Limit grains and sugar, that's carbs, people. And be sure to nourish your body with supplements as needed. This is not rocket science, and I'm sure most of us have heard this before. But like I said, your soul is temporarily housed in a physical body. And if the physical body is not well, guess what? Your soul won't be either. Number two, own your own story. Own your own story. Owning your story gives you the power to change what you were led into believing about yourself, so you can reconnect with your true self. Owning your story is necessary for physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Some of us need to undo some unhealthy beliefs that were projected onto us by either friends, family, experiences, whatever it is. Number three, start by naming what you need. Start by naming what you need and take baby steps towards your needs into action. For example, if you normally don't allow any time for yourself and your needs in your daily life, you can state, I need to go for a walk. Then, instead of trying to plan a 30-minute walk into your busy schedule and announce to everyone that you're going to take a walk, like my daughter does, simply wake up 15 minutes early, put on your shoes, and step out the door. That's naming what you need and going for what you need. Number four, solitude and silence are important for soul care. What do I mean by that? Among the practices that can help us to attain soul care at basic level are solitude and silence. We practice these by finding ways to be alone, me time, and away from, walk away from talk and noise and clutter. We rest, we observe, we smell the roses. Dare I say it, we do nothing. You can just go to the beach, sit on a rock, and watch the waves. Solitude and silence. Or, just take a walk, just do nothing. Number five, meditate. Meditation is scientifically proven to have many, many health benefits. And there are many types of meditation that you can practice. One of the immediate benefits of meditation is being able to calm your mind. When your mind is calm and you become present, you are more readily able to connect with your soul. Number six, fuel your passion. What does that mean? Pursuing your passion feeds your soul by doing what you love, and you can feel the direct connection between your body, your mind, your soul. When you're doing what you love, your soul becomes alive, and when your soul is alive, your soul is happy, your soul is well. Number seven, say affirmations, positive declarations. Affirm. Affirmations can be used for many different reasons. You can create your own affirmations that make sense to you. I am strong, I am brave, I am beautiful, I am capable, I am healthy. Don't go, telling yourself every day how useless you are and what a failure you are. That doesn't help. Say affirmations, make them up. First thing in the morning, wake up, look at yourself in the mirror and say, you've got this. Whatever it is, whatever makes sense to you. Number 8, practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. A great way to connect with your soul is to express gratitude. Gratitude helps you to become more resilient to life's ups and downs. In every situation, even the negative ones, there's something to be grateful for. There was a time when I was struggling with one of my team members, and I didn't know what to do because this person was just being difficult and just not being very good for the team. And someone said to me, you know what? And I was moaning and complaining about how I felt I'd failed. And someone said to me, but be grateful that it's only one member of your team and not all of them and not the whole team. And I thought, actually, that's true. It's only one person out of how many, And so, yeah. So gratitude, even in the negative situations, it just helps. In every situation. A great time to practice gratitude also is when you wake up first thing in the morning, when you open your eyes. Gratitude. Just be thankful that you've woken up to another day. Be thankful for a brand new day. It's a blank canvas, another opportunity to make things right, to do better, to go further, things like that. Number 9, ask for help. Ask for help. That's another good ingredient of soul care. It will also help when you are faced with situations you're not sure how to deal with. Learn to ask your help. Don't be too proud to ask your help, and don't feel bad about asking your help. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you are acknowledging your limitations and you're accessing help when you need it, and help is usually there if we look for it. And also, if you're a believer, you can pray. Prayer is also asking God for help. Number 10, have a sense of humor. Humor. You can't go wrong. Learn to laugh at yourself. Learn to laugh at certain situations. Don't take yourself too seriously. I think there's a lot of people that take themselves way too seriously, way too often, and it's not necessary. Have a sense of humor. We have all heard the saying, laughter is the best medicine. In fact, laughter has been shown to be good for the blood vessels. Here from a healthcare professional. It's good for your heart. It's good for your immune system. Some of us get sick because we just can't laugh. We take ourselves too seriously. We get upset too quickly. It can lower anxiety and stress levels. That's humor for you. And it helps your brain release dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins to improve emotional health. It even benefits your respiratory system, your breathing, your lungs. So have a sense of humor. That loud, hearty, long laugh is expanding, the vessels in your lungs and helping you to breathe better. Number 11, time is not made, it is found. Time is not made, it's found. We all have 24 hours in a day. So you can't make any more time, but you can create some, you can find some time. A response to giving attention to personal soul care often is, wait for it, I don't have time for extensive solitude. I don't have time to take a walk. I don't have time to do nothing. I have too much to do. Does that sound familiar? The truth is, you don't have time not to practice solitude. You don't have time not to practice gratitude. You don't have time not to meditate. You don't have time not to soul care. The real question is, will we take time to do what is necessary for a healthy soul, or will we try to get by without it? Don't complain. And last but not least, so a couple of words of counsel are appropriate for attending to our soul care. Life never gives anyone too much to do. We do that to ourselves and allow others to do it to us. So either we're doing it to ourselves or we allow others to do it to us. So this is all from me, just a quick reminder about the importance of looking after our souls and recognizing that you can't look after your body without looking after your soul, and your soul absolutely affects a lot more than you realize. So let me encourage you, take time, re-listen to this. I know I went through quite a lot of points there, but just if there's one or two that you can do, bite sizes. I know it's a lot. Pick one that you start practicing immediately, and then add another one, and add another one, and add another one. And before you know it, you're on your way to a good, healthy soul and a good, balanced life. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Just tell me how you're getting on, and keep on keeping on. Bite-sized baby steps. You will get there. Things will get better. Take care. Until the next time.